Hi, I'm Scarlett Francis and I'm your Global Kitchen Kid. Now today's episode, we're gonna make some lamb chops, grilled lamb chops, with some shaved Brussels sprouts, a little bacon, gotta love that, some petite potatoes, and I want to show you something. This is one of my best friends. His name is Grill Pan, and it's kind of heavy, but that's what we're gonna use to cook our lamb. Now, we're gonna start by marinating this lamb. And here I have my fresh herbs from the garden. We have some rosemary, oregano, and mint. Just a hint of mint. Then we also have some lemon, a little brightness, olive oil, salt, pepper, granulated onion, and garlic powder. The reason I'm not using raw garlic or raw onion is because when we grill it, it's just gonna burn, and I don't want no burned lamb chops. So, anyways, let's start with the marinade. And we're gonna take rosemary. I can get all this off. Just get all this. And we're gonna have about 2 tablespoons of minced fresh rosemary. They're like my little trees, pine trees. Okay, so now that we have our rosemary, we're just gonna dice this, mince it nice and small. So here I've minced up my oregano, which is 1 heaping tablespoon, and then my rosemary, 2 tablespoons, and my fresh mint, only 1 teaspoon. Because very powerful. So here I have my beautiful lamb chops. Now I have my lamb chops, and I'm just gonna take a good amount of some olive oil and coat them, probably about 2 tablespoons. And then take some salt and pepper, like a good teaspoon salt. Good half teaspoon of black pepper. Okay, then I'm gonna add some garlic powder, about half a teaspoon, a little less than a teaspoon, and then about a little less of a teaspoon of some granulated or ground onion. Remember the herbs I cut up? I'm gonna add those in, along with some lemon, just so you don't get any of the seed. That was nice. Any of the seeds. It's a little hint of acidity. And the herbs and the lemon is really gonna help with taking away some of the gaminess of the lamb that a lot of 10-year-olds cannot handle. Wash my hands, and then we're gonna mix this up. Nope. Why would I wash my hands before I need to mix? Never mind. Okay, now I'm gonna mix everything together. There it is. Now you can let this sit for as long as you want. I think I'm gonna add a little bit more olive oil, but other than that, perfect. When roasting Brussels sprouts whole, a good trick that you can do is peel off just about a layer of the, leaves, and you're left with a prettier Brussels sprout. But since I'm not roasting them whole, I'm shredding them, I don't need to do that. So I'm just gonna cut up these Brussels sprouts, just cut off the end, and just go back and forth, rock it with your knife. Once you get about halfway, turn it, and keep it going. So now we're gonna work on reducing our red wine sauce. So here I just have some 2 garlic cloves that are smashed. Just take a knife and go whoop-pop. And I have some olive oil, just half a teaspoon maybe in here. I'm just gonna add my garlic. And also I have some rosemary and some oregano that I'm gonna add into this as well. And I got a wooden spoon. Just, I basically want to coat the garlic in the olive oil. And then we're just gonna add some red wine. It's supposed to do that. Now we're not gonna flambe. We're just gonna let this reduce. And I'm gonna add more herbs. More. And let that cook down. So I have my oven preheated to 425 on bake, and I just have my potatoes in a pan, and I'm just gonna put a very generous amount of any type of oil. I'm using olive oil in this case. Any type of oil, so that they will get crispy in the oven. Don't skimp on me here. You gotta put a lot. This is why my kitchen is so messy after I cook. Okay. So, you want to put a very generous amount of olive oil. And I will try not to spill this again. Okay? And if you don't, they won't be crisp. So now, after I add my oil, I'm gonna get some salt in there. A good teaspoon. Then you're gonna need some ground black pepper. Half a teaspoon of that. And just go quick stir this. Good. Okay, I'm back. Now I need some garlic powder. Wrong side. Now, same thing with lamb. I don't want my garlic or my onions to burn, so lastly, the powders. Okay. So about half a teaspoon of each of those. Just a little mix. Okay. Then we have our fresh rosemary. Just take all this and just put it on there. Just smells amazing. Now, after that, 425. Oven preheated. Already done. In it goes. For about 15 to 20 minutes. Now, we have to start cooking our lambs pretty soon, but not just yet. Wait. And here I got 3 slices of bacon for this much Brussels sprout, and this is gonna shrink down a lot, by the way. Now I'm just gonna cut this up, just into small strips. So now we're just gonna put some salt and some pepper into our red wine sauce. Just about a little less than half a teaspoon of salt. And about a quarter teaspoon black pepper. Mix that up. And since this is reducing a lot, we're just gonna let this sit so that it doesn't reduce to nothing. And then also we're getting our grill nice and hot for the lamb. It's been marinating. Now I'm just gonna put some olive oil on the grill. Just like so. Bacon, my favorite. And we're just gonna put that in with no oil or anything. It's gonna create its own oil. It's gonna render out the fat. So I'm just stirring up the bacon and letting it get nice and crisp. Make sure that the heat is on high for the first minute, and then you can turn it down. And if the bacon is sticking to the pan, which sometimes some pans and some bacon will do, just add a little bit of oil and you'll be good to go. So here, my lamb. Now I have my lamb, and I'm just gonna put it onto my oiled grill pan. Gonna be amazing. Now after about 5 minutes on the grill, they're ready to flip. Look, perfect caramelization on them. Just wait. When your bacon gets nice and crispy, like this, you're also ready to put the Brussels sprouts into the bacon with the bacon. So, Brussels sprouts, in it goes. Get all that in there. Spill about half of it on the floor. Then mix it up. Get the Brussels sprouts coated in all the bacon grease. Okay, and after you put the Brussels sprouts in, since they're cut pretty thin, they take maybe a minute. Just gonna make sure that these don't burn. And once they turn a nice light green, they're done. So real quick, I'm just put a little bit of olive oil because we already have some of that bacon grease. Then we're going to take a little bit of salt because we already have the bacon. That's pepper, so that's fine. We'll put some black pepper. About a good half a teaspoon. And a little salt. Mix that up. Now we're going to put this back over again. We're going to change the position. These are done. Actually, these feel better to me. Let's just put it on the plate and let it rest. Probably wait a second. And that's pretty good. Here we have our sauce, and we're just gonna take the herb and the garlic out. Okay, so you're left with a nice sauce. And then, after we taste it, great, nice acidity. And remember, this is a sauce that you're just supposed to put a little bit on, not sauce where you put all of it on. And then we're just gonna add some butter to it, because you do need a little bit of butter to it. I can get, use a spoon. Just want to get good teaspoon, not too much for this amount of sauce. Then mix that in, less than a minute, and butter will melt in. Oh, sorry. So here we have our delicious lamb chops, our crispy roasted potatoes, red wine sauce, and our beautiful Brussels sprouts. Super easy, super simple, a little pricey when it comes to these, but definitely worth the dollars. I'm Scarlett Francis, and I'm your Global Kitchen Kid. Bye-bye. So, no joke.